In this episode, are you willing to get shit done? It's amazing to me what people are not willing to do. What are you willing to do to make sure your shit fucking happens?
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 642 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beardcast, broadcast, gaincast, mancast, pimpcast, and slutcast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. Thank you so much for joining me for episode 642 of the Daily Mother Swole. I hope you got your coffee. It's large and in charge. A few minutes off today. This was a very interesting morning. Not going to get into the details, but we do it anyway. We know we're a little bit behind schedule. If you look at the board, what are you willing to do? What I say? We do regardless of adversity, and that's fucking the damn truth. So today is going to be a great episode. It's going to be a little bit of a Q&A, but it's going to be the motivation train. Even though you guys know I don't believe in motivation, I believe in discipline. And yesterday, actually, if you're on my Instagram story, you're aware a little bit. I was posing some questions, kind of joking around, and it just kind of stirred up a little bit of, I don't want to say frustration. It stirred up a little bit of, I guess, a realization of what people are willing and what people are not willing to do for their results and for their goals and for their fitness and for their lives. You know, what are people willing to do and what are people not willing to do? So we'll get into that in a second. And I am very, very, very ready and excited to get some of your questions and field some questions and answer on that topic and more. So hello, Tara. Good morning. Sergeant Ink Freak on Instagram, Vince on Facebook. What's going on, fam? So make sure you say what up. Say what up to a Papa Swolio. So we're live on Instagram, live on Facebook. And of course, you can catch all these episodes on YouTube. And they're posted later as well on Facebook. So also, fam, if you have not checked out the podcast, SoundCloud, and iTunes. And I just made sure that, I remember someone was mentioning yesterday about Google Play that this playlist was not on Google Play for whatever reason. So it's been resubmitted. So keep an eye out for that. So if you have an Android and you use Google Play for your podcast, keep an eye out for that. I'll make an announcement when it gets approved. So it should be any moment now, maybe any day. So that's going to be going through to make sure that it gets up there so you can have all the updated Daily Swoles. So that'd be awesome. What's going on? Yaya on IG. Chet, what up? What up? Cincy up in here. Cincy up in the house. Cincinnati. It's got to be cold as a ball sack, right? Cold as a polar bear's nut. Cold, chilly as a polar bear's taint. It must be. This coffee is, dare I say, delicious. Dare I say this coffee is delicious. So some big things that are coming this week, hopefully this week. This beard is going to be freaking updated and trimmed and actually shaped again because this thing is absolutely out of control. The mustaches, everything's going to be groomed up a little bit. Got to get my hair shaved again and pulled up. This is the process. I always say that I'm going to keep it, maintained, and then I let it go completely savage, and then I have to do more work to bring it back in. So that's going to happen. I'm here. I am here. Hey, Papa Swole, how do you take your coffee? I take it huge. I take it huge. Anything that's under like a foot, I don't do. So at least a foot of coffee. Minimum 1 foot of coffee is required. Now, I like my coffee bulletproof with the grass-fed butter and the MCT oil. I'm a fat boy. Fat's my thing. Fat's my thing. All you guys, we all know how I like my food. I'm a fat boy. Instagram's looking a little, how's the connection on Instagram? Looking a little choppy. I don't know why. Looks like it's skipping a little bit. Man, do speak alone. Answer to our questions. What's that? What language are you coming from? Because that's like me, Tarzan, you, Jane. Man, do speak alone. Answer to our questions. Y'all, this is what we do. Answer our questions. Talk to me now. Y'all. I like it. I like it, PrimaFit. I like it. I'm just fucking with you. What up? Is it just me or is it skipping? Looks like it's skipping a little bit. I don't know why. It must be Instagram because I haven't changed a damn thing. Kathy Lola Martin, have any advice for self-sabotaging relationships? Sure do. Some experience there. Everyone's got experience with those. Let's talk about that. That'll be the first question. Let me rant a little bit. We'll come back to that. Josh View, to add another recovery day, I mixed in triceps with chest day and then biceps on back day. Is there other advice you have to add another recovery day? You added in more work on certain days. I think you're referring to the split, that you don't have to necessarily get everything in within 7 days. Like, that's just an arbitrary window because you could do a 5-day rotation, a 4-day rotation. You could do a 6-day rotation, a 9-day rotation. So you could do that. You could do chest and biceps, or back and triceps. You could do chest and back. Actually, today I'm launching a brand new virtual training in Swolenormous X. It's a chest and back superset, which is awesome. One of my favorite supersets. But let me get into the main topic. We'll get into some of these other questions. So we got questions about self-sabotaging relationship. We got questions about rest periods. We got questions about the beard. We got questions about the sick fucking gains. We will get to it all. So check out the board. Let me dodge on the live cast. We do regardless of adversity. Actually, I had to look to see what I wrote. We do regardless of adversity. And it comes down to that vision. So a float of hearts, hands, a float of biceps. Why can't Facebook and Instagram, why can't they create a biceps? Instead of giving a thumbs up, it's like, nice job. I'm liking this broadcast. Thumbs up, bro. Good job, fella. Why can't you just be like just get a guy flexing like, I love this broadcast. And just a bicep floats across the screen. Wouldn't that be sick if you could float the emoji of your choice? How awesome would that be? Zuckerberg. Get on it. Get on it, Zucks. Get on it, bruh. Get on it. Yeah, you know what? Maybe that's what we have to do. Maybe instead of floating the biceps, you all have to put that in the comments. So instead of give the thumbs, because that counts, but float some biceps in the comments. That I like. No, you know what? It's funny. 642 episodes. We've never really done that. I like that. So in addition to the hearts, the thumbs, the shares, float some biceps in the comments. I'm liking that. Yes, Yaya, Carrie Stoffer, yes, Matt, Chet, yes, fam. How come it took almost 2 years to figure this out? Oh my goodness. So what are you willing to do? And part of my day every day is answering messages. And this is done when I'm walking the dog. This is done when I'm resting between sets in the gym sometimes, doing cardio. This is done when I'm eating. Like, I do this all the time, always answering messages. I'm answering DMs on Instagram. I'm answering the messages on Facebook. And I get a lot of them, fam. I get a lot of these messages, which is fine. I encourage it. The theme of these messages is asking for help, right? Who asks a question that doesn't want help? If you ask a question, you want to answer. So I have a lot of people, I want to lose weight. I want to build muscle. I want this. The standard stuff. I want to lose weight. I want to tighten up the stomach, the usual stuff. You're fat, you're out of shape, you want to change. Let's just summarize it, right? You're fat and out of shape and you want to change. Okay, good. Because of that, you have pretty much transformation, right? You have pretty much a transformation on your hands. If you've had 1, 2, 3 kids, you have a lot of weight around your stomach, you had C-sections, you gained 100 pounds since your pregnancy, you got out of college, stopped playing sports, you got out of the army, you gained 50 pounds, 100 pounds. You have weight gain, you have a transformation on your hands. You have a transformation on your hands. That's really what it is. You're like on the cusp of a body transformation. And the verbiage, the words that we're using, we being you, those of you that are asking these questions, well, I just want to lose 50 pounds. I just want to lose 100 pounds. I just want to lose 30 pounds. There's no room for that fucking word, just 30 pounds. Oh, just 50 pounds? Sure. I just want to lose 50 pounds. Oh, you just want to lose that dense fat that you've been slapping on for the past 10 years. You just want to lose that. That's all you want to do. That's all you want to do is just resculpt your entire body. That's it? Nothing else? Just that? You just want to lose 50? Just 50? Just 50? What about a Benjamin? Just a Benjamin? Yeah? Just a Jackson, right? Just a Jackson. 50. Just a Jackson. Just want to lose a Jackson. Maybe a Benjamin. A 50 or 100. Just want to lose 100. So already that phrase, just, that's not small amounts of weight. That's not a small amount of weight. Just 50 pounds. Just 100 pounds. That's a fuck ton of weight. When did we knock down 50 pounds or 100 pounds like down on the pedestal? Do you have any comments about that? Live peeps. Like, when did we push that back? When did 50 pounds not become holy fucking shit? You lost a small child off your body. Go pick up a 50-pound dumbbell and tell me if it's just 50 pounds off your body. If you have 100 pounds to lose, I want you to go to the gym and try to lift that 100-pound dumbbell. Just like move it with good form. Don't hurt yourself. Because if you're 100 pounds overweight, chances are you can't lift that shit. So just go and look at it. Look at the size. Look at the weight. Try to like push it across the ground. Have someone else put it on the ground. Try to kick it across the floor. It's a lot of weight. It's a lot of fucking weight. So that word or the verbiage, just, it's a huge undertaking. It's a huge, massive undertaking. And people are dramatically underplaying the importance and the magnitude. I would say the magnitude. Drastically downplaying the magnitude of such a goal. So 50 pounds, 100 pounds, massive goals. 30 pounds, massive goals. Does it make it impossible? Absolutely not. It doesn't make it impossible. I'm not saying don't have those goals, but coming into the game saying, I just want to lose 50 pounds. No, there's no just. You are trying to fucking overhaul your entire body. Don't throw the word just in there. This is a huge undertaking, right? Like, let's not downplay how huge that is. Kathy Lola Martin, do you have a podcast? No, actually, I just like to talk into this microphone all the time. I'm just joking. You obviously are a first timer because yes, I have a podcast. So SoundCloud and Apple Podcasts, just type in Swolenormous and you'll find me. I talk about it all the time. So yes, all these episodes are in a podcast form. So yeah, I'm going to check out these questions in the comments. But if you've had a big weight loss, if you're watching and you've lost 100 pounds, if you've lost 50 pounds, how long did it take you? What did it take? Like, what did it take for you to lose that weight? It's a transformation. Everyone's going to have their own opinion about what a transformation is, but you're literally sculpting your body. You're literally carving your body without being clay. You're changing your fucking body. You're transforming your body. You're making a massive change. So it's no small feat. And the lack of responsibility and the lack of work, the perceived work, because I can tell the words and I can tell the intent because I'll get a message and I find this a lot often. And I said this yesterday on my Instagram stories. This is more often from women than from men. And it's very interesting. And it's not sexist. It's just a fact because I get tons of messages. I get many more messages from women than men. Yet most of my members, customers, if you would call them, I call them community, I call them family, people in my programs and stuff are men. Okay. So it's interesting, right? But the more messages I get are from females, but they don't take action, right? I get a lot of messages from women, but they don't take action. So I'm curious and I want to have this discussion. And I posted about this on Instagram and I posted a couple stuff in my stories and I got some great feedback and I have my own opinions. But there's a reason why the supplement industry, is so huge. It's because you get this idea of instant gratification. You can buy a product, you can hold it in your hand, and you can take a pill. You could drink a powder. You can do a cleanse. You have these physical products. There's a reason why women love to buy makeup and love to buy clothes. You have that shopping therapy action. You have this instant gratification of putting makeup on your face and be like, ooh, I look better. Let me put this jacket on or this dress. Ooh, I look skinnier. Oh, I feel better. You feel better about yourself. You don't lose any body fat. You don't change your body at all. You just kind of trick yourself into thinking that, not that you're not pretty, but you trick yourself into thinking that you're different on the spot, right? You trick yourself into thinking that I look like this now because I painted my face. You put makeup on. I put the dress on. Now I look better. I look different. If I put this dress on, I look thinner. I look skinnier. But you're not taking care of your health, of the problem of your body. You're not really putting in the work. You're just kind of buying and then boom, you're done, right? You buy a piece of clothing, you put it on, that's it. You get makeup, you put it on, that's it. And there's like your little mini transformation. Nothing wrong with either of those things. Just saying that I get a lot of messages from people, and it's just an observation that most of them, the vast majority of them, are women, about weight loss, about changing, about losing 50 pounds, about losing 100 pounds. But where's the fucking action? Like, I will have a conversation, and this is a little bit of a rage, a little bit of a rant, and maybe a little bit of a wake-up call if any of you that have been messaging me are watching. Where is the fucking action? Where's the action? Because I've been having hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of conversations, but there haven't been hundreds of people joining the family. There hasn't been hundreds of people joining Swolenormous X, where I have what's proven to work. And a lot of you that are watching are members of Swolenormous X and my premium groups and stuff, the programs, all the workshops, the nutritional guidance, all the videos showing you how to do it, like the real execution that has helped my members lose thousands of pounds. Like literally has lost thousands of pounds of weight because it works. The work works, right? My workouts work. My nutrition approach works. It works. It works. And I know women want instant change. Everyone wants instant change. Wouldn't that be nice? But it's just I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like I don't know how to help people because they really don't want to help themselves. And when you have a long conversation with someone, you find out their pain points, you find out what they want to do to make a change, and you have something to offer them. I know how to help you. I know how to help you. I have exactly what you need. You're falling off your fitness all the time. You're not consistent. I have that. Why do you think I spent all this time and all this effort daily? And why all these amazing people have come together to form an amazing community to keep everyone accountable. Lynn Smith on Facebook, you're in there. James Middleton, absolutely. You know the community. You know what we do in there. So you never lifted weights before. These are women that have never done weight training before. Well, I don't know where to start. I have no idea what to do. It's like, oh, shit. Well, I'm glad you messaged me because I literally have all the videos you need, literally walking you through the workouts, literally showing you what to do. You don't have to worry about what to do in the gym anymore. You can do this at home. You don't have to worry about what you're doing because I have these videos showing you. All HD, like you can watch them on your phone. Like I have all of it. Oh, okay, cool. Well, I need to fix my back. I'm tight. I'm losing my mobility, everything. Oh, great. Well, we have weekly yoga classes. Oh, cool. Well, blah, blah. It goes on and on. So there's all the accountability meetings, the access to the private Facebook group, the full programs, the videos, everything, all the things, right? And then they ask me for more information, so I give them more information. And then I just never see their name pop up. I never see their name pop up. They never join. They never sign up. It's less than their makeup. It's less than freaking $1 or 50 cents a day in most cases, all my stuff. It's less than their makeup. It's less than their Starbucks. It's less than their junk food. It's less than the dress that they bought that's not going to help them be healthier. It's less than, like I said, the latte. It's less than the purse. It's less than everything that they spend. And it's sad. I don't think it's frustrating as much as it's a little bit sad, because it's a little bit, I guess, pathetic to me. I think it's a little bit pathetic. Just because it's like, you're just talking. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I just think it's lame. I think it's lame. I think it's sad. I really do. I think that's why I have a little bit of like anger and frustration, is because I think it's the sad part for me. That's how I feel. I feel like, fuck, like sorry for people, like pity. I don't know. Like, you want something. You see what it takes. And I don't bullshit. Like, if you ask me a question and I've never talked to you before, I'll tell you the truth. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I never have, and I never will. If you're overweight, I'm going to say, yeah, because you're eating garbage. And those of you that have messaged me, even for the first time, you say, well, what am I doing wrong? I'm trying to do this. I'm like, yeah, you're eating like shit. Like, I'll tell you. If I think you're eating like shit, I'll tell you you're eating like shit. If you're not training hard enough, I'll say you're probably not training hard enough. There's nothing wrong with any of that. Okay, you're eating like shit. Well, good news. That can change. Oh, you're not training hard enough, or you're not doing the right exercises. Good news. That can change. Like, it can change. It can change. It's not a death sentence. It's not that, oh, you're doing that, you'll never ever work out again. You'll never ever be, have what you never ever have that because you haven't been doing it. No, you can change. You can do this. You can change it. You just have to actually do it. So this episode is not for a sales pitch. This is not me just talking about what I offer. This is just the psychology of what I deal with. And most of my content is all from personal experience, my own education, like my training and all. I speak from knowledge. I speak from experience. That's the best way to do it. So I'm sharing my what goes on in my life, what goes on in my beard, which is pretty awesome. A lot of unicorns in here, but I can't show you that right now. I can't show you. Candy Mountain is in my beard. Those of you that are veterans of YouTube know what Candy Mountain is. Charlie, Candy Mountain. Remember that viral video with the unicorns? Okay, too much TMI. So what does it take, fam? What does it take for you to get your shit together and stop making fucking excuses? Perfect episode for hump day. Perfect episode for a Wednesday when you kind of might be like, meh, floating down like the, You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink it. A little bit ironic, because some of these people probably look like a horse. And if you're as big as a horse, it's time to do work. Remember my video, You're Fat? Remember my You're Fat video? Where I'm walking down the street and I literally say, well, fam, you're not going to like this one, but you're fat. And I got like 5 million views. Yeah, this is no different. It has nothing to do with, it's not fat shaming. It's not you're a terrible person because you have extra body weight. There's nothing like that at all. That's completely untrue. It's about knowing where you stand and not looking through this filter and not looking through this delusional mirror of what the reality is. Like, if you have extra weight, it's proving. If you have extra weight, it's been proven that you're more at risk for diabetes and all these issues. So accept that, acknowledge it. And I think in this country, we are starting to shift too much towards body, what is it? Body awareness or body. I just saw this other fucking ad, this, what's it called? Where people are like, they're promoting being overweight now. Promoting being overweight. What's it called? I actually forgot the phrase, such a basic phrase. Not a body awareness campaign, but something like that. Well, the plus size models and stuff like that. There's nothing wrong. I mean, you should always be happy in your own skin. Body acceptance. Right, body acceptance. That pisses me off. And it's not for the reason why everyone might think. I did an episode on this probably in the hundreds or 200s, I forget, of the daily. Body positivity. body positivity, body acceptance. We can go that road a little bit. Let's go down that path a little bit. That pisses me off, all that. And I want to clarify because I never make fun of fat people. I never make fun of people that are overweight. I understand your struggles, and that's why I'm here, because I can help you. What bothers me is the delusion that you should accept your situation that could be detrimental to your health. That is science. If you're a little bit overweight, I'm not saying that you can't be a big person and not flaunt it. Okay. But the coddling in society, and that's the famous word that I used in that "You're Fat" video, the coddling, everyone wants an arm around their shoulder, right? It's okay. It's okay. You're beautiful just the way you are. It's okay. It's not motivating. It doesn't encourage bettering ourselves. It doesn't encourage improving health. It doesn't encourage improving athleticism. It's just not positive. I don't think there's anything positive about body positivity in that sense. I think self-esteem is huge. I think body confidence would be a better term. Confidence, self-esteem. You're an amazing person. Doesn't mean you can't work to lose. Like, it's not saying you lose this weight, you're going to be beautiful now. Because that's not true either. There are some ugly ass fucking skinny people. A lot of you might be like, wow, I love listening to him, but his face is ugly. I hate beards and he looks like a fucking wild animal. That's fine. I don't care about your opinion on my looks. Like, how someone looks and your subjectivity to whether or not they are attractive or good looking, it doesn't matter. As many people that think I'm hot and sexy, a lot of people are going to think, oh man, you look mangy and dirty. Okay, I just don't care. I just don't care. So confidence is one thing. Self-esteem is another. But the approach of, oh, you're huge, love who you are, essentially means be lazy and be happy not changing, because isn't that more convenience? Or isn't that more convenient? Isn't that easier? Isn't that easier just to be more body positive? Right? Isn't it easier just to be, quote, body positive than to actually do hard work and lose weight and put effort in? Sounds a lot easier. You know what? I don't feel like losing 200 pounds. Body positivity, body positivity. So if I become a huge supporter of that, I can be overweight. I can be a, quote, plus size model. Why can't there just be models? Why do they have to be plus sized? I think it's also funny how we forget that part. You know, no one wants to be categorized. So by calling someone a plus sized model, isn't that insulting? Shouldn't they all just be models? Because that's what they are. I'm a plus sized model. You know they're calling you fat, right? A plus sized model. You know, like, these words are just semantics. You know they're calling you fat. No one ever's like, oh, I'm a plus. A plus size model means you're fat. You're a fat model, because models are normally associated with skinny. Why can't we just use the term model? And you're a bigger model. No one gets offended by that. No one calls, oh, you're a skinny model. It's like, you're models, and then you're a plus sized model. Okay. I think they're all models, in my opinion. So before you get all pissed off and defensive, I think, why can't they just call them all the same thing? The world's fucking weird, right? Everyone has to have their taint scratched. Everyone needs to get theirs. Everyone needs to get theirs. And all body positivity campaigns and all this shit just really, I think it goes down the wrong road. I don't think it's bad. I think everyone should have confidence, but I don't think it's specific to people that are overweight. I like using the word fat. I don't even like overweight. I think we should stop hiding from words that actually have impact in our fucking vocabulary. So long as you all know that are watching that fat is not, I'm not saying that's an evil thing. Okay. We all have fat. Some people have more fat than others. That's just life. That's how it is. Okay. So to promote and to make being fat a positive thing, body positivity, I'm not saying it should be body negativity, but I think it coddles and gives like treats for the wrong thing. I think it encourages the wrong thing. Just like this whole fucking shit with Kylie Jenner, like a fucking 19-year-old or however old she is, having a kid. Great. 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 Let's promote that. I don't even want to get into that because that just frustrates me. The whole situation. The whole situation. I see pictures of it of like her and like the dude, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on with this family? It's just why? I mean, all these things are just encouraging, and these are all opinions. These are all opinions, but it just goes to show that what's being promoted in media and what gets promoted in entertainment and what gets promoted, just what we see on the cell phones and everything, that's going to be ingrained. That's how shit gets ingrained. This is what I'm talking about. And it's not about kids these days, but all the trends are towards, I don't know, just, I think being lazy. I think not putting in hard work, not really putting in a lot of effort, looking for things really instantly. I think it does have to do with technology. I think it does have to do with faster shipping. I think it has to do with all those things. And of course, every generation that comes along is going to look down at like the kids and be like, kids these days, they don't know what it's like, man. When I was your age, we had to use telephones and we had answering machines. And man, if you left your house, you couldn't make a phone call, man. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not saying, I'm not going that far, because every generation always thinks that about the younger one, that's fucked up and everything's changed and things are too extreme. Everyone always feels that way because it's foreign to them. But we're still human beings. And I'm taking this from a point of physiology. We're still human beings that have issues. We have issues when we're overweight. Let's go back to that. But it just shows how powerful media is. It's powerful, the words we use. That's my point. It's powerful what we say and how we promote these things. So when we start talking about being overweight and loving the skin that you're in, that's fine. You should love the skin that you're in. You can also try to be healthier. And everyone has their own issues and their own path. And sometimes there's medical conditions, and and there's all those different shades in between. But I am just really want to encourage everyone that's watching and listening to not take offense. Actually, if you do take offense, why are you taking offense? Chances are you're in that class of that group that would take offense to this. If maybe you're overweight or maybe you're fat, and then you're getting pissed off because you're hearing this, but not taking no for an answer, not laying back and expecting someone or something to do it for you. And like I have on the board, we do regardless of adversity. We do it anyway. We do it anyway. We're always looking to improve. We're always looking to strive for greatness. We're always looking to better ourselves inside and out. We're always looking for the right path. And is there a right path? Maybe not. Maybe the answer is to be overweight. Maybe the answer is to be unhealthy. Maybe that's the answer. Maybe we're supposed to eat these foods and die off so a stronger set of species could take over. I don't know. I don't know what the big plan is. I don't know what the future holds for us. But what I do see is the tendency to talk and do no work. The tendency to look for an arm around your shoulder rather than, oh, this is the answer. This is what I need to do. Oh, okay, well, all right, I'll check it out. And then fucking do nothing. So for all the people that are messaging me, that are asking questions, that are looking for help, that are looking for answers, that are receiving answers, that are receiving help, that I am being completely honest to and honest with, and saying, this is what it needs to take. This is what it will take. This is what needs to happen. And then those same people doing absolutely nothing about it. What's going on? What's going on in your head? Why do you not want to do something? Why are you not taking action? Why are you running your mouth and wasting my time and your time? Why are you wasting time? Why are you just blowing off steam? Do you not have a friend that you can talk to, that you just want to vent? Venting is not going to help you change your body. Speaking, words are not going to help you lose fat. Words are not going to build muscle. Words aren't going to do it on any stage. Whether it's the body positivity, whether it's I want to lose, words, they're just words. In this culture, we get too offended by words and we say words we don't mean, we don't stand behind. So it goes both ways. It goes both ways. We get too offended by words and we say words that are powerful that we don't back up. So powerful words and words of action don't have any action to back them up. And words that are literally just words make us very, very angry and offensive and people want a cause, right? They want something to get behind. People want to grab a pitchfork and go fucking protest in the streets. Man, if I had a penny for everyone that fucking protested, you protest everything. You protest police, you protest fat, you protest shaming, you protest fucking wars, you protest the president, you protest. Let's go march about it. Let's go stand over here with signs and march about it. Okay, getting shit done, huh? Getting shit done. I'm angry about this. Let me go for a walk with some other people. Let's go take a walk. So you walk down the street and you shout and chant. Okay, nice job. How'd that work out for you? How'd that work out for you? Some of this shit really pisses me off. A lot of people running their mouths, talking. At the same time, I don't let it bother me. I do me. I do my own shit. You know? Maybe I should start my own group, right? Maybe we should be beard positive, muscle positive, right? Swole positive. I think we should start a muscle positive group, a beard positive, a yoke positive, a jacked positive group where why are we being singled out for being, why am I singled out for being a gym bro? It's just not fair. Everyone thinks I'm a gym bro. That's stupid. When I lift weights and I grunt, everyone's making fun of me. They don't think I'm a real person because I do bicep curls in the squat rack. I'm just big enough to lift the bar. They're just making fun of Papa Swole, All right, butter coffee group, yeah. So let's take some questions. Let me scroll through. Post some questions right now. Unemployed positive. All right. If you got time to march down the street during like on a Monday, man, you got some free time. You got some free time, fam. No, I know people need a cause. People need something to get behind. But why can't you get behind your health? I think if we all got behind a little bit more yoga and more weight training and more health and eating right, we'd have a lot more anger. We'd be focusing on ourselves and improving ourselves. Doesn't mean you can't help other people and bring other people up too. That's what we're doing here. We got a great community. And I think it's one of the few communities where I can sit up here and talk about fat shaming and everyone's like positive about it because you know where I'm coming from. And if you're authentic with your words and you're coming from a good place, that truth will come out. And nothing that I said is a negative. I just don't want anyone to get it twisted. You know, I mean, there are people that wholeheartedly, authentically believe and that's what they want to do with their life and that's what they want to promote. That's fine. You got to find your own path. Do you. If you want to run a campaign and spread awareness, that's fine. But I think a lot of people just trick themselves into thinking that they can't get it done, thinking that they can't make a change, that they're not able to put in that kind of hard work. And I am telling you that you're absolutely able to. You're absolutely able to, because there's no one pushing me to do a daily show. There's no one encouraging me to create a community or create a brand. There was no one encouraging me like, you should start this. I just did it. Like, fuck, there's so much stuff that we've accomplished and so much great work that we've done here as a family, as a community. But it's come from backing up those words and from really mostly doing before all the speaking. Like all behind the scenes, the hard work has been going down. And I always appreciate those people that are throwing it down without talking too much. So if you're going to speak, you better back those words up. So if you're coming to me for help, you're messaging me, you're contacting me, do you really want help? And that's a lot of times what I ask. and I'm not the average person that you're going to contact for fitness advice and nutrition. Like, do you really want help? And I think a lot of cases, people don't really want help. They just want to talk. They just want to vent. They just don't have a friend or a close person that they can really speak and open up to, which I sympathize with. But don't just talk, do something. Do something. Like, don't just speak about it. Fucking take action. Don't just talk about losing weight. Oh, I need to lose 50 pounds. I don't know where to start. Here, start here. Yeah, well, just fucking do it. Fucking do it. Make a sacrifice. Don't buy a Starbucks coffee every day. Those things are like $3-4 a fucking day. Like, all my content is like 50 cents a day, 90 cents a day for all my programs. Like, I whore my stuff out. My stuff, like, I could be charging 10 times as much for all my stuff, but I don't, because it makes it less accessible. And that's why my shit has memberships, because I don't think a lot of my members want to pay $500 up front or $1,000 up front. There are a lot of certifications, just certifications, that will cost you $1,000, or a weekend, or this workshop, $1,000, $1,500. Why would I charge $1,500? Rather, I charge $29, or I'll charge $14. Like, I charge accessible amounts that people can entry. You can get entry. Maybe it's not enough. Maybe it's the psychology, right? Maybe it's the psychology of the sale. Maybe people think it's too good to be true. And that's another thought. That's a thought I've had. And for the record, anyone that's already a member of the community, I never raise prices on people, so don't worry. If it does go up, which it probably will, it's not going to affect you. But I thought about that. Maybe it should be more. Maybe you'll wean out the people that aren't serious. Maybe it will match up to the value better, because the value far exceeds what I charge. And like yesterday, right? Like yesterday, we were talking about the price of organic food, right? The price of healthy food versus the price of unhealthy food. That the perception of value is associated with price. That we see a higher price for a food and we assume that it's healthy or better for us or has more nutrients. If a food has a lot of nutrients and it's priced too low, we get skeptical. We get skeptical about those health claims because it sounds too good to be true. So there is that psychology there as well. And I think that does have something to be, I think that there's something there. I think there's something there. So I've been kicking that around for a while. And the plan is, as the content continues to grow, because I'm releasing videos every week, that I will be raising the cost of everything just to offset, because the volume and the server space and everything is getting immense. But yeah, I think we are a little bit off in the fitness industry. I think people get screwed a lot. I think there's a lot of mistrust in the fitness industry, and I'm sensitive to that. But I'm also insensitively sensitive to people that speak about making a change with their body. And then I can feel that tingle of, this person has no fucking intention of changing at all. They're just venting. They're just talking. And then I get frustrated. I get frustrated because I get sad, because I know this person's just going to talk about it, not do anything. And then if I message them in 6 months, they'll be in the same fucking boat. That's the worst. That's the worst, when I go through some old messages and I just randomly message people, hey, what's going on? What's new? Oh, well, this happened and this happened. And yeah, I'm kind of still in the same position. Fuck, right? 6 months later, you haven't made any progress. You haven't made 1 ounce of effort towards your goal. It's just, I find it a little bit sad and depressing. We use words that are powerful. We use words that have commitment associated with it, but then we provide no such action to follow it up. And I think that's sad. So let's take some questions. That kind of ends the little rant. Good psychological video. I think it's very applicable. I think all this content is fire today. I want you to share it. I want you to tell someone you know about it. I think the word should be spread. It's one of those things that it's a little bit of a plague. It's kind of like an unspoken plague that's getting through our society that no one really talks about. We just keep on having these support groups and these things that make everyone feel better about themselves, while essentially making things worse in the long term. And that's just how I feel. This is an opinion based. I don't hate anyone, you know that. I'm just clarifying because I don't think anyone took it that way. But it's time to make some serious change and to take action. And action's the only way that things get done. So, say a couple of questions and comments. I'll scroll back a little bit. If you have any more questions, comments, let's talk a little bit. Drop it right now. Elena Totten on IG. I'm so excited to finally catch a live video. I've been binge watching your YouTube Daily Swole videos. LOL. Thank you, dear. Love it. James Deek on Facebook. If people spend as much time in the gym as on the phone, this world will be full of super fit people. I agree. I saw a Snapchat or a video, a picture or something of this. I don't know if it's new or old. I think I saw it a long time ago too. I think it was this ATM or this subway token machine in Russia that you have to do 30 squats before you can ride for free, but you have to do 30 squats. Like a sensor watches you do 30 squats. And once you do, it pops out a subway ticket. I thought, I was like, shit, that's so silly, but it's fucking awesome. Can you imagine? Like you can't get on the subway until you do all these lunges or these push-ups. And then a little sensor, like one of those, maybe Xbox Connect things or one of those like sensor virtual reality, you do the work or you lift a weight or a bar a few times, you do a little fitness, and then you get your subway ticket. I thought that was interesting. I think it's a great idea. Can you imagine it's everything? You want to eat this food? You want McDonald's? You got to do 100 push-ups. Fuck, I'm not that hungry. Becky Lydell, I'm new to this. My husband is a huge help, but when I am working out myself, I'm not confident that my form is correct. Do you have any secret to how I can be sure my form is correct since my husband is constantly fixing my form? We are working out together. I'm not trying to hurt myself. That's why, in my private community, that's why I have all the workouts and instructional videos. You can use a mirror. There's nothing like having an objective human eye that knows what they're doing, that can watch your form. You just have to practice. That's why practice is super important. Fitness is a practice, everyone. Fitness and nutrition is a practice. You're not going to be perfect right away. But it's important to have the right cues, to have the right alignments. And that's why I'm very big on form and corrective and proper form. That's why I do that's why I do a lot of my content is videos. That's why Swolenormous X is pretty much all video based, because I want to show people the right moves and break it down with the instruction. Chris Salazar, how do you use apple cider vinegar if you do? You can take a shot in the morning. There's 1,000 uses. Just Google home remedies or uses for Bragg's apple cider vinegar. There's like literally manuals and books about it, like 1,000 ways to use it. You can use it anywhere. You can use it as a freaking face toner. You could use it as a mouthwash. I don't know about a mouthwash actually, but you could just take a shot of it, boom, straight. You can mix it in water, I think 1 to 8 parts of water in like a liter bottle. It's good. You can do it for different ways. But what I am aware is that it is vinegar, so be careful. Don't like swish in your mouth, because I think if you drink too much of it, you can affect your tooth enamel. So just Google that. Josh Brown, I have been watching your vids since the double digits. We're on 642, son. I just want to say thanks for your no bullshit approach and your motivation. Lost 35 pounds so far. JB, my man, that's awesome. Thank you so much for writing that. Thanks for taking the time to put that down. The double digits. So that's like 600 days ago. 540 days ago at least, the double digits. Fuck. You know what's funny and what's great if you go through the videos of the old broadcasts to see like all the places I've done the Daily Swole. Like when I used to just use the recordings from the phone, when I used to do it in my other room, like I've been all over with the Swole, and there's still some other things that I'm looking to maybe do or to change or tweak with it, because like I said, I'm not always able to be here to do it. I don't know. There's always. The fact is, it's going to be daily. It's going to be live somewhere, if at all possible. Like there's daily content. That's the bottom line. That's what the Daily Swole is about. 12 noon was always like an arbitrary time. It's like 12 noon. It's not too early. It's not too late. It'll get the West Coast. It'll get England. It'll get, midnight in Australia. Like it'll cover a large, breadth of people. So that was kind of like an arbitrary number. But you'll get your Swole every day. And I try to do 12 noon Eastern time and do a double broadcast and be as many places I can as possible. That's why the podcast in so many places. That's why I post the videos everywhere. I want everyone that uses different platforms to have access to some type of this content in some aspect. What are your thoughts on Weight Watchers? Tom Mays. I don't like it. I think it focuses on the wrong foods. I think it focuses on fake foods. I think it focuses on counting. They make up these other points to make people feel like they're eating less. They're just changing the numbers of calories. It's just more detailed, more annoying counting. If you eat this, it's a number 2. If you eat this, a number, you're not teaching people how to eat, you're teaching people how to count. So I'm not a fan. I think it's bad training. I think it's a bad influence. I'm not saying people haven't seen progress, but I would almost go to say that just as many people that lost weight on Weight Watchers gained the same amount of weight back or more on Weight Watchers or after Weight Watchers. I kind of want to know that fact. How many people, what are the stats for people that after or post Weight Watchers? I just counting and be like, oh, this is a carb. It's a 2. Fuck that shit. I mean, get the hell out of here. You're like converting those calorie numbers to different numbers. We're losing connection with the food. When you're counting, you're losing connection with what you're eating. If you eat the right shit, you don't have to count shit. You don't have to fucking measure and scale and take out a fucking microscope. If you're eating the right foods, trust me, I've never overeaten kale. I've never overeaten kale before. I've never overeaten bacon because I've gotten full. I've grass-fed beef. It's satisfying. I get full. Like, you don't overeat real food. And I'm not making the argument that meat every day for all times a day is bad. No, you could take that out of context if you wish. But what I'm saying is when you're eating whole foods without fillers, without artificial, you get full and you stop eating. I'm not eating until I puke. I'm eating like, okay, I'm full and I'm done. And then you stop and I go on my life and I exercise. So when you combine some of these foods, sure, if you're eating a lot of crap or even healthy foods, but you're not exercising, you're missing a huge component. So that's why when they do these studies and they show, well, this person that ate all this red meat, they're unhealthy. Yeah, well, for the last 50 years, we've been telling people that red meat is bad, so they weren't going against doctors' orders. And you look at the charts closer and you say, oh, not only were they eating a lot of red meat, they're also smoking and not exercising. So smoking and not exercising is more of a factor for having disease than eating meat, right? And if they were burning their meat and searing their meat too much, carcinogens from that can also affect it. But the smoking and the lack of exercise is more of a factor than eating animal protein. So we are being nitpicky and picking and choosing what we're using for data and what we're using to get behind. So just some foods for thought. Foodsies. Abigail May on Facebook. People struggle with motivation, even those of us in shape. Half the battle is getting to the gym parking lot. I 100% I agree with that. And I've answered that question many times from those of you that have asked, what's your motive? Like, what's your schedule right now? What are you doing? My schedule and what I do is getting to the gym. Like literally after this, and those of you that are in video or audio production or have done editing or do any kind of editing, it's extremely tedious. It's extraordinarily time consuming. Extraordinarily time consuming. And I'm not trying to pat my own head. I'm not complaining. I made my bed. I mean, I do a lot of videos. It's going to take a lot of editing and a lot of processing, a lot of uploading. It takes all day. It takes all day. The reason why these things sometimes pop up throughout the day and I'm posting them late at night is because if you see a video that gets posted at 2 a.m, it's because I'm up at 2 a.m. fucking posting it and working on it. Like some of these things just take hours and hours and hours to get up. But I figure, all right, no one's going to watch it at 2 a.m. maybe, but it'll be there when they want to watch it. So I don't care so much about what time should I post things. I post when I want to post. When I'm up and I'm posting something, I'll fucking put it out there because it's there when people need it. I don't like waiting to post things. I like if I have a good piece of content, it's going to be out there. And when you're ready for it, it's there. And it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time. So anyone that does editing and shit like that, it takes a shitload of fucking time. So my fitness program is I want to make it to the gym. Like I need to get away from the computer and go to the gym. So once I get there, it's like, fuck, I almost don't care what I do. I almost don't care what I do. It's like, what am I doing today? I mean, I have a little system, a little routine, but I just want to make it. I just want to make it, but I don't follow motivation. I don't like the word motivation. I think motivation is bullshit. Sometimes I say it because it's in our vernacular, but I don't like the word motivation. Discipline. Motivation is going to come and go. It's an emotion. If you depend on motivation, you're going to be lost in the woods. It's going to hang you out to dry. You're going to get fucked if you depend and, lean on motivation because you're not going to feel like it more often than not. More often than not, I don't feel like leaving my cozy little office with my editing stuff. I don't feel like leaving. I want to get this done. I want to post this. I want to post that. I want to work on this. You know, protein and pancakes on Instagram. Form for Becky. Use your phone to record yourself if your gym allows it. Watch and adjust during rest between sets. If your gym allows it, are gyms like blocking phones now? Bitches. That's the stupidest thing that gyms can do. That's the worst thing. You know what gyms should do? If you post a video, if you record for us, you have to tag us in your video. People are losing. People are losing free advertising. That should be the requirement. We're fine if you use our videos. Just make sure you ask permission for people that are in it, blah, blah, blah. And then you tag us when you post it. Okay. And then boom, free advertising. Have 1,000 members. Boom, you have 1,000 salespeople. Your famous line to me ever since I've been watching face to face is "you're fat." Isn't that so simple though? It's so funny. It's so like insulting if you say it if you come from the wrong place. If you come from the wrong place and you're not being authentic and you're not saying it for the right reasons, yeah, you're a dickhole. You're fat. Like, I'm not saying it because I think you're a shitty person, because I think you're ugly, because I think you should be miserable in your life, because you're helpless. Like, that's the association with the word fat, is all those negative things, right? I'm a terrible person. No one loves me. I'm not attractive. I'm a failure. All these things. I'm unhealthy. I'm going to die. We associate all those things with fat. I associate being fat with having extra body fat. That's literally it. You're fat because, okay, you got fat. You have extra fat, whatever. Why is that? That's just the truth. You're fat because you're fat. I don't mean that you're a terrible person. I don't mean that you're an asshole. I have overweight friends. You know, I have fat friends, like best people that like I keep them close. Like, they're awesome. I love like amazing human beings, like amazing, amazing, amazing people. They also don't bullshit themselves. They know they're fat and they take responsibility for it. That's why I keep them around, because they're good people. I only surround myself with good people. I don't care what they look like. I don't care what their physical structure is. And I've said this before, fat is a state of mind. You know, that negativity aspect of fat, that's up here. The physical fat, you can do work on that. You can do work on that. You can be healthier. You can take care of that with dedication. You can fucking get to work on that. It doesn't make you a bad person, though. And we associate that. We associate such a negative word. God, what fucking human beings do with words. Hey, Papa. Hey, Jasmine. Everyone is on lunch break getting their daily swole. Oh, fuck yeah. Gain plus some after Weight Watchers. Yeah. Why do you consider chicken not the greatest protein source? Chicken's generally lower quality. You don't have enough fat. It's too lean. It's generally grain fed. It's just very hard to find quality chicken. Doesn't mean that you can't eat chicken, but most of the chicken that you're going to get in the supermarket is going to be vegetarian fed. It's going to be a low quality chicken, and lean cuts of chicken. The vitamin and the nutrient profile of chicken is not as good as beef with the omega-3s and the iron and so forth. You're not getting the same value. And I just don't like chicken. What's interesting also is the same chart, fam. Remember when I showed you that chart? Well, I did this in my premium group where I showed how the soybean, I did this on Instagram stories too, where the soybean oil since the 60s has gone up dramatically with like correlating with heart disease and everything. Meat consumption has increased. Like, oh, meat consumption has gone up, so meat's the cause. Well, beef consumption has gone down, but poultry went through the roof. That same kind of like ramp, poultry. So not fish, Jesus Christ. Chicken and turkey, poultry has gone up dramatically. And it's definitely correlated with not getting enough fat. So fat is very healthy for the body. And when you're eating lean meats, you're missing the nutrients. You're not getting all the quality. That's why wild game and beef and those things are better, because they have higher fat content. Is liver the only beef you eat raw, or like steak tartare? The reason why I eat liver raw is because cooked liver is gross. It's hard. I just don't. I don't know. It's just. I don't eat it because everyone's like, man, how do you eat that stuff? Because I have to. Food is a tool, and I'll do another rant on food as a tool on another episode, maybe tomorrow. But food is not entertainment. When you eat things that you eat things according to what they have in them, you don't worry about it. That's probably tomorrow's episode. I'll talk about food as a tool. So on Instagram, I just got a warning because I guess we've been going for an hour. 14 seconds remaining on Instagram. So that's going to turn off and I will be only on Facebook Live. So if you're on Instagram, make sure you jump on over to Facebook right now in 3, 2, 1. Bye. Video paused. All right. So Instagram has its live limits. So I'll share that. So I guess we'll be getting some people coming over here from IG. Got to go on the way to gym right now. Everyone have a kick-ass day. Hell yeah, James. Social media, 25-hour day job, 25-hour day. Tom, I wish social media was a 25-hour day job. It's probably more like, how many hours are there in a day? Well, it's more than 24, I'll tell you that much, because one day blends into the next. Eric Dean, pre-workout helps me get it going in the morning. I know people don't like them, or if they do, but get up and take my pre-workout. My ass is going to work out. I have a lot to say for the placebo and for just the act of taking pre-workout, because yes, we know that there's a lot of chemicals and stuff that's not studied, and okay. But the downside is if you're not working out, like to take a pre-workout supplement, and I don't push supplements, but if you take one and by taking that pre-workout, you go to the gym, I think that's going to severely offset, unless you have like some major allergy you're not aware of to some ingredient in the pre-workout, which is possible. So you could get those more raw ones that are more caffeine based. They don't have all the dyes if you're sensitive to those things. But if it gets you to the gym, that's going to offset your the health or the concerns over that in the long term. You know, having a little bit of some caffeine and maybe some stimulants, I don't think that's going to outweigh you going to the gym regularly and fucking slamming and clanging and banging, so to speak. Well said, bro. Exactly. I appreciate that, even though I don't know exactly what you're referring to, but we dropped some. This is a great episode. It's always like these rant episodes that we go down these roads, but some really good content. Great for podcast. Abigail May, in over a month, a chick is full grown and ready for slaughter. That's fucked up. In over a month. I'm not sure what you're referring to. That's fucked up. I don't know. I mean, if they're full grown and ready for slaughter, I'm not sure what's messed up about it. I mean, maybe if they're being fed garbage. Are you a vegetarian or vegan or something? I mean, the world, if you think of it like that, it's just survival of the fittest. You know, we can't separate ourselves from like, you know, who we are as creatures just because, like I said, I swear it's my Disney theory. It's my Disney theory for those that don't like to eat animals. I think it's the Disney theory that the personalization of animals and how animals talk, and we grow up thinking animals are like people when they're not. We are all animals, but we are just higher in the food chain. I won't eat tilapia anymore. Tilapia is not really that's a dirty fish in general. Yes, food is fuel, not for pleasure. Absolutely. Buy IG. No, they get fed hormones. Oh, I know that. Yeah, we've established that. Of course they do. So do cows. All the grains and stuff. Yeah, they get fed hormones and they get locked in place. They can't move around. They grow faster. Sure. Yeah, they can barely walk. Yep, all that stuff. Matt Lydell, deadlifts and RDLs with the Daily Swole. What a combo. Hell yeah. So those of you that are in Swolenormous X, going to have that virtual trainer up. I was going to post it last night, but I wanted to tweak a couple things. So the virtual trainer will be up today. Another workshop coming this week in Swolenormous X. So I'll put those links in my Instagram profile and here on Facebook, swolenormousx.com. I'm going to roll. That was a great episode, a great rant. Tomorrow we'll talk about food being a tool. I think it's important to downshift and to backtrack a little bit for all the people that are just joining the Swole. What needs to happen with your food, how you need to approach your food differently if you really want results. It's not about, oh, what recipe and what can I garnish it with? No, it's about getting the right shit into your face hole. Not so much, does it look like it should belong on the home cooking network or, on the cover of a magazine. It's about getting the right foods in your body. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining me for episode 642 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beardcast, and gaincast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps daily. Instagram, Facebook, on YouTube and SoundCloud and Apple Podcast on iTunes for the ear gains. So if you're not checking out the podcast, please do so. Check it out. And if you have not yet left a Facebook review right here on Facebook, please go to the review section, drop a review if you have not already. I love it. I'd love to give you a shout out here on the Swole and give you some props. So thank you so much for all your support. Go check out my Instagram as well and drop some comments on my last couple posts. Been dropping some knowledge nukes over there and the straight shit, right? No filter. So thanks, fam. Peace, McGee's, Deuce, Magoose, Papa Swolio. Oh, out.